Hello everyone and welcome back to Golden Drifter, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build a simple Minecraft survival base using fairly simple things, so no specific types of wood and no specific materials. This is going to be a very baseline start, like you can get it like day one of your survival build. And this includes everything around it, including farms and all of that. So let's get into it. So first off, you're going to want to go and collect some oak wood, just because oak is pretty much the easiest. You can get it in pretty much any biome you want. And you're going to need some logs, stripped oak logs, and then just planks for now. But you really only need these. You really only need these two right here, just because just with your wood or stone axe, you can just make that, okay? So what you're going to want to start off by doing, select your area, flatten it out. I would recommend using water if you have it, or if not, just punch it along. I'm going to use water, but just place down a bit of water or clear out the area for all the grass. Okay, so from here, you're going to start off in the corners, 1, 2, 3, 4 stripped oak logs, or just putting these in and then stripping them. Then you want to count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 again. And then you want to fill this in. Alright, what you're going to want to do next is just take some cobblestone, one of the easiest materials to get ever, and you're just going to do a base layer like that, okay? Just a very simple and easy little base layer. Then you're going to go out like this, and you want to build up your peak just using the oak wood, and it should go up like that, okay? Now, to make sure this actually uses up the most amount of space possible, or uses up the least amount of space possible, but still gives you the most amount of space on the interior, we are not going to be pushing these out one block. Now, if you want to, you obviously can. Now, you want to go here with your logs, like this, and you're just going to build them up just like that, just on the front edge here, like this, just like that. Now we have this little peak. We want to take yet another extremely simple thing to get, which is your oak buttons, and I like to put buttons on the front of logs just because it makes it look like not as flat or clean a cut, if you want to say like that. As well as you can put some oak trapdoors next to it, like that, here. So now, for the doorway, you want to take your oak fence. I guess you could use pretty much any wood for this. I'm just using oak because it's the simplest to get anywhere. Alright. So now that you've gotten your house to this point, you're going to take your oak fences, build up 2 blocks here and there with the dark oak fences, and then just do a mini archway using the slabs here. Then you're going to add an upside down stair there and a birch door. Now the front is pretty well done. All I would say to do is just add a couple of trapdoors right there, okay? Then taking your light gray stained glass, putting it right there and there, which is arguably one of the easiest glasses to go and get dye for, but if you don't want to do that, just use normal glass, it'll look just as good. I'm just using light gray because I personally like it more. Then just putting your trapdoors in the middle, you got yourself some nice windows at the top. Now for over here, you're going to take your logs 3 blocks back, right there. Now you're going to build 1 more block back out on the first one, and take the corner. Then for this one, you're going to take 2 blocks out, and 4 for now. Match all these up, like that. And now we got ourselves a nice little corner to take here. I want to extend these out from the first one here, okay? And extend this out 4 blocks, okay? And then just match the rest of them up. Like that. Now for this top one, you're going to take it all the way out, like, and as well as for the top one, you can just do that at the same time. So now you have this nice elbow shape. Next, you're going to take your stripped logs, or just your normal logs, and then strip them, inset it one block, and do the corner again. This one's going to be a little different though. We're going to take your cobblestone again, and pretty much pair all this stuff up here. Then, you're going to go 5 blocks out here, place another one of these right here. So now we're going to end up with a shape somewhat like this, with a half-built roof and all that stuff. What you're going to want to do next is add fences in on these blocks right here, like that. And then you're going to want to finish up the roof again. And now that you've gotten to this point, just do the same with the fences like that. There you are. Now we're going to take 2 blocks like this, right here, all the way up till it matches up like that, and again on this side like that, and then you're going to put another bit of stripped oak log all the way down the center, like that. Now starting right here, starting where the other stripped log is, we're going to dig out those 2 blocks as well, and put in the stripped log there as well. It gives a bit more frame and like looks more rigid than just having it normal. Oh, and if you like, you can replace that block there too. So now that we're to this point, I like to do it for the interiors. Just extend the stripped logs all the way throughout, just tucking in behind this block here, and you'll see why in a little bit. Now here you can fill in these blocks like that, just using the planks. Alright, so now in the corners here, you'll notice how there's these blocks here, okay? You want to take those out, and you're just going to replace them with these blocks pointing upwards like that. There you go. So now we have just a slight little peak there, and I think it's starting to come together quite nicely. So now for the windows on this side, we're actually not going to be doing any here. You can if you want, but you'll see why I don't want to do it. Now for this back bit here, you can take down your scaffolding. I just use the blocks because I'm in creative mode. But right here, just using these, you can finish up the roof peak. And in these corners, just leave them like this for now. We'll get to those in a little bit. So now, on these back corners here, okay, this is where you're going to want your oak wood with the ends on them. Mix and match them to go like this. It gives that log cabin vibe, so have one where this way connects and one where this way connects, and then just alternate that going all throughout, and that'll give like a sense of the roof being a little bit worn. So now we're about here. Again, on the back side, you want to start with your framework, so just extend your stripped dark oak logs underneath it, then adding in the pillar like that, and doing the same on this side. And then just, again, to keep the consistency up, put the cobblestone around the bottom, and then fill in the walls with the oak planks. So now that you have all this done, you're going to take a look around. You're going to see that the back areas of this are very, very bland, okay? So now we're going to fix that. Doing the same thing that we did on this far end over here, we're going to add some structural integrity, or what looks to be structural integrity, with some stripped logs. And you're going to have 2 here, like that. And you want to find the about middle, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like that, and you can add another one right there. Perfect. So if you'll notice, the back here is looking a bit weird. So to fix that, all you have to do is add 2 pieces of cobblestone here, 2 pieces of cobblestone here, and like that to make this elbow shape. And you're going to build this up until it hits the ceiling. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to dig this out here like that. And then find that area right there. And you're going to start to make yourself a little chimney like that. You can take out this back bit here. And you can take out these little corner bits. That'll get you a nice looking little chimney to start. Okay, so now that we have that there, we're then gonna grab another fairly-ish expensive block. Like I said, it's not too expensive, especially if you have a stone cutter, but just grab some stairs, slabs, and walls of cobblestone. So from here, you want to add a cobblestone stair there, some walls going up, put a slab on top of this block right here, put 2 slabs there or a block like that, then take the cobblestone wall again, and then put another slab on top of it. That'll get you a pretty nice looking little chimney, and if you so desire, I guess you could replace this for a stair down like that. So as you can see, we're going for like a fantasy style cabin-ish thing that you wouldn't be able to place in a fantasy style movie. So that's why I'm going for this very odd chimney shape, and to just give it some more structural integrity, just add some stairs going around the bottom like this, okay? And you're going to add them on all the layers, so you're going to add there, one there, there's already one there, and we can probably add one there. So now, to fix this bottom area, because it's not looking too good, we're going to add stair like that, a wall here, another wall right here, a stair, and a slab like that, and pretty much do the same thing, just mixing in some walls and some stairs. What I would recommend is don't overuse the slab. I would say use more stairs and walls, but just mixing in a couple in there will get a nice look going for you. There we go. There's a slightly more fantasy and weird looking chimney, but I think it works quite well with the whole build. And that there balances out the awkwardness from the front as well as the awkwardness coming in from the side like this. If it was all slanted like that, it wouldn't look as good. Now get your dark oak slabs. And your buttons, and we're going to start detailing this roof here. I'm going to add some buttons onto the front like this. Then you're going to add, if you have it around you, don't worry about doing this step too much, but if you do have it around you, grab just a couple of pieces of spruce, or even if it's like a couple of 100 blocks away, just go and chop down like 1 or 2 trees, maybe, maximum, and just replace a couple of the oak logs on the roof here with some stripped spruce. They match up super well, and it just makes the roof look slightly more worn. Alright guys, so now we get into some of the more pointless details that are slightly more expensive, so if you don't feel like doing that, timestamp will be down in the description for you to go and skip to whatever area you want. I'm going to add, if you can, maybe some andesite, stone, or stone bricks. I'm going to use andesite and stone. They're just slightly less harsh. Then get your slab, stair, and wall variants. There we go. So now that you have your stone slabs, your andesite walls, andesite slabs, and andesite, you're just going to want to replace a couple of these, like not too many. You never want to go overboard with texturing, in my opinion. So you just kind of want to add in just a couple little bits here and there up along the chimney like this. A slight bit of texturing, you can also do that along the bottom of the wall here, adding in like 1 or 2 little bits. So right here I would say just put 1, and then we're going to put, we'll say we put 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, there, and there. Okay, so now we have pretty much the full base of it textured. So now onto the inside. So as far as lighting up goes, I would say maybe add one kind of like this. I would say add one onto the corners like this. Then, yeah, and if you want, you can also add a little thing like this onto some of them. I don't know about that, but yeah. For this one here, you can either do it here to keep it consistent, or you can put it there, but I'm going to put it on the corners, and then I'm going to put one in the center there. So if we just go like that, put one in the center there, and that should light up the front and side of this. Again, I would say try putting them like in line with these, okay? Then right here onto the back, okay, because we have two here, we're actually going to add one that's kind of like that, and one that's kind of like that. That will be perfectly fine. And then, you know what, we'll add a fence there and a lantern there. Perfect. I think that's enough for the outside. Let's move on. So nothing fancy in the interior. I'm going to use birch, or you can use... I would recommend not using oak for this because we have oak on the wall, so use either whatever kind of other woods are around you. I would say steer clear of acacia, or if you want to use acacia, don't use the plank, use the bark like this to give a nice gray floor, like that. Personally, I'm using birch, so that's what I'd recommend. So now that we have this all completed in here, let's start to light it up. So again, I'm always going to be more attracted to lanterns, but you can use torches. You grab a fence and you just stick it somewhat higher on the wall, so like about here and here, and actually make some nice little kind of like room lamps. I don't know what you'd call them, but they're nice. I like them. So this is something I will do quite a bit, and they don't take up a lot of space, so you can pretty much put them everywhere and have a totally lit up room. Yeah. Okay. So now to keep it looking consistent on the inside, again, you can use oak for this. I would recommend not. Just go and find dark oak or spruce. I'm going to be using spruce here just because it matches to this, so it'll give the inside a bit of a smoother look. And besides, when you're doing like the inside of a house, you want the interior to be looking consistent. So that's what this will give you, is it gives the worn look on the outside, but then it keeps the inside looking neat and tight. This is a more pointless one, but I would say it's really worth it to go and get yourself a few bits of spruce just for this, because it makes the house look so much better. Next, just take spruce planks for the center, or if you really want to be sneaky, you can just add slabs on the bottom like this, and no one will really know. But that requires more crafting, and, you know, I don't really care. Anyway, this is looking really nice, I think, on the inside, but really empty. So, the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to find where your chimney is, okay? It's okay to punch through the wall a little bit like that, okay? So there we are, so we can fix that there. And actually, we're going to take down this, yeah, okay. That's about the max we can do, and it's okay if you can see outside a little bit. I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so you're going to take the lantern down there. Then you're going to take some extra slabs of preferably the stone variety. I'm going to be using cobble just because I think it'll match a little bit better here. Then just take some campfires. They are slightly more expensive than I would like them to be, but they do add quite a nice effect to your build. And then you can just add a little hearth there. Then along the back there, you can add your furnace, smoker, blast furnace. I'm just gonna use furnaces just because I like the look of them better. And it's even okay if you have them exposed a little bit, because that just does add a little bit more texture. I'll show you what it looks like on the outside. So on the outside, that's what it looks like, and it doesn't take away from it. I mean, it would be better if they were just flat cobblestone, but it doesn't take away from it, so do what you like. I'm gonna do it this way just because you do get more furnaces in there, but you can start cooking stuff there. Wouldn't recommend it on a server though, because then somebody can just walk in and steal all your stuff, so wouldn't recommend that, but anywhere else, it's probably fine. But guys, I'm going to leave the rest of the interior up to you. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of mine to give you guys some inspiration, so enjoy. But guys, that's going to do it for today. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications to never miss another one of my uploads. And yeah, I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.